Yo, we back again. It's your homies and your friends. Oh, you don't even like me called a homie. That's
I mean, I in my no, see, I'm not gonna do it in the
yeah.
actual podcast. That's messed up. But
Okay, it's whatever.
you can call me a homie. That's
Okay,
fine.
your homeboy over here. We finna
Hey man,
So we
I
gonna
feel bad for roasting
we
you,
gonna.
but that's my bad. That's my bad.
All right.
Look, this is what life is about. Life is about your perception of it. So your life comes from within. Whatever you have inside, you reflect on the no whatever you have on the inside, you reflect on the outside. You can be whatever age you want to be. You can no, you can be whatever age you are, but you'll be whatever age you actually feel. I know a lot of 80-year-olds super fun to be around. I know a lot of 20-year-olds that I don't wanna cross their paths because they're a-holes. So it's not about that. You know, I'm dating someone a little bit older than me. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a great time. I've had a way better time that I've had with many girls my age. So how are you? I don't care. We don't care here at the Rico Nico podcast. It's about how old you are up here. It's about your positivity, what you feel like it, and what you do with what you're given.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
That's all you gonna give us.
That was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
I tried to get church order music,
Ah, damn it.
but I was a little
You
late.
should have told me to stop.
Nah, yeah, I was gonna let you preach. I was gonna let you preach. No.
Can I get amen?
Let
Hallelujah.
me get back to the subject.
Praise Satan. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like, and then I do it at home and I feel a little alone and I get scared.
Oh, we got to go back to that, but let's move forward.
No, I leave it.
No, so
It's a sunny day outside.
so we don't talk about Trump. Don't talk about Trump. Don't talk
Yeah,
about him getting arrested.
so he got like arrested, but he didn't. He was escorted to like some hearing, but then he could get out because he's not actually arrested.
Maybe he got that soft detainment. Like I think he got.
Yeah,
Maybe he got the kind of detained like most people wish they got detained. That came without the force. Because most time in average America, when you get detained, you really are getting arrested. Detained usually comes with a lot more physical force.
he didn't have any handcuffs on.
I don't think so. Well, that's just
I mean, let's be honest.
that's money.
Nothing's gonna happen to him.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
He's not gonna go anywhere. I mean, absolute worst case scenario, and I'm talking about literally the multiverse being real, and the impossible thing that like things were to happen.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get 6 months at home at the absolute most, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, because I know they're not gonna seize no. Because if they really wanted him, they would seize assets and they would.
Yeah, that's not gonna
came at him
happen.
hard. But
Yeah,
I think it's just a thing for show.
it's just for show. Everything you see in that goddamn TV is all for show. It's all for entertainment.
Yeah,
Nothing's gonna happen.
It's some kind of distraction or something going on. Because I'm amazed that this has even happened, but I think they let it happen because, like I said, it's the best part of the show. And with it being the best part of the show, it's definitely distracting you from a lot of stuff that's going on. Because the Fed, the Federal Reserve, is trying to make everything go to electronic digital currency, which is going to be crazy.
Oh, that's all news. It's just that now they're talking about it, but that's been going on for a good few years.
Yeah, it's going to be something.
Well, I can count about 4 years.
All right, and then we got Trump and his.
They also trying to this. Go ahead.
Yeah, but they got Trump in situation, and I don't think people. I think you know what I think.
From when do we vote again? He said 24.
I think
when we vote.
Yeah, because let's see,
right?
We voted in 2020. So, 2024. Yeah, that's when we go in. But I think what happens with Donald Trump and I guess with Ron DeSantis, and I think there's a few other players that are starting to say they're throwing their hat in to see what about presidency. I think I'm gonna say is, since Donald Trump is not really he really hasn't been in the political and TV rotation like he has before. This is the only thing I think this is what's keeping him relevant. And I think what's going to happen is they're looking for a giant crescendo, basically like, oh, he gets out, he beats it, to give his base new life, to have him come back. But I don't
come back even stronger.
I don't know, man. He hasn't really been.
Is there any political things that can happen that legally he wouldn't be able to run again if he's involved with this?
Maybe they can bar him, like if he was convicted of a felony. I don't know, man. But no one really cares about anything that he does that's bad. Like when he said I could literally go down on Main Street and shoot somebody and I'd still win. That's pretty accurate. I think his base would vote for him even if he committed crimes because his base doesn't view the crimes that he would commit. His most horrendous crime wouldn't be against his base. It'd be against everybody his base doesn't like.
Exactly.
And even if he did commit crimes against his base, they would normally be exploitative crimes. So it'd be like white collar crimes against blue collar people. He wouldn't keep promises, and they would get mad. But the alternative would be like, well, I know that my fearless leader treats me bad, but I don't get treated as bad as others on the receiving end of how he treats them. So the racism and the xenophobia and all of that. Americans that support Trump and the people that think in that space, the I guess affluent space, the white supremacist space, they know they're getting it bad, but they know they're not getting as bad as other groups. And I guess that's what they claim to. I have an abusive relationship, but I don't get abused as bad as others, and I don't like it. So I get a privilege in the pain, which I think is crazy, but hey, that's what I think that's what a lot of them cling to.
So what's up with this girl who did the hush payment? Do you know about that?
Oh, the Stormy Daniels hush payment?
Yeah.
I think that's wrapped into it as far as like the campaign, like something with campaign monies and stuff like.
So was it something that she knew about?
And they gave her a gag order, and there's a lot of components.
What's a gag order?
Basically, you get a gag order or from a judge that basically you can't speak on it.
Like a mandated NDA.
Yeah, something like that. No, non-disclosure. Yeah, something like that. Or she went into agreements where she's basically I won't speak on it. But I think it's a statute of limitations when it expired, so she could talk on it, which kind of a bad timing for it to coincide with it.
So when it expires, she talked.
Or she kind of went against it and said, I'd rather deal with the punishments of.
This is what the hell happened. She got offered what was the house payment supposedly 150 or 200,000
maybe.
Group of dudes or one dude just came in and said, hey, I know you got paid X amount.
I'll give you 10 times.
I'll give you 10, 15 mil if you say this. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, or give them up the story. Yeah, you take. Hey, I'll take the fine.
I'll take the fine. I'll do it. I'll do it. Do this. Talk a little bit of crap. Maybe go on a couple interviews. Good Morning America. Then dip to Europe.
Yeah, and then if there's no.
Will you blame her?
Would I blame her?
I do that shit all day.
Yeah, because especially there's no false accusation. It's like, nah, he paid me. Yeah, we did this. If
she's not committing any crime, she's not lying.
If you're telling the truth and you just violated, you have to pay. Like, yeah,
all she's doing is snitching.
I'll pay the.
And she didn't even commit any crimes. This isn't some Tekashi shit. Yeah, she didn't do anything.
Right. So she'd be like, look, I'll
what you not doing?
For that type of situation, for that kind of money,
doesn't matter.
Just as long as you're not, like I said, not breaking the law, and you're not embellishing or lying on someone, being a false witness.
No, she wouldn't do it.
But ultimately, I don't think Donald Trump has the. Well, I won't know until it gets closer to the time. I think he's lost most of the momentum. I think he's lost more of the momentum. I don't think Joe Biden can run again. I don't think that Kamala Harris has. I
don't think Joe's gonna run again, but probably Kamala will.
But what? She's greatly ineffective. I don't see.
Jesus. What other hair do you have besides Joe, besides Kamala, and besides AOC? Who else is the head of the party? I can't think of anyone. Nancy, but
she's problematic.
Nancy's not as.
Yeah, that's the thing I don't like about politics. I don't like about popularity politics. You get to know these names.
That's how they are.
And you get to know these names, but these names don't translate to really any traction of anything getting done because you have all these other people that are getting paid a whole bunch who you don't know who really ain't getting nothing done. Nothing.
I mean, I think the only ones who can really run against, for president. I don't know about Trump because he's too big, but Joe Biden.
You know what? The biggest.
It's only AOC and Kamala. Nobody else can.
The biggest fight will be between Republicans, the most popular Republican, and Republicans right now are just who can be the most lewd and the most decisive. The most.
If Trump runs. For the what do you call it? The primary thing for nomination, he wins.
You think he beat? You think he beat
Ronnie?
DeSantis?
Yeah, 100%. DeSantis is a disciple of his move.
but
it's like the 12 disciples of Jesus. Like, yeah, they're a big deal. But if Jesus comes down, he's killing everybody.
It's more like Anakin and Obi-Wan. Anakin is now about to try to take over Obi-Wan.
Ronnie is the second biggest, but Trump is the movement. Ronnie is the face of the movement, but Trump is the movement. No one can beat him in the Republican Party.
That'd be interesting, and if whoever wins out of that will ultimately hurt the other, ultimately cripple the other.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Yeah, so I look at it and when I look at Ron DeSantis is kind of like he wants to. I think sometimes he wants to do certain things, but you could clearly see that the agendas he's pushing are not his own. He might believe in some of that stuff, but I think when he comes out with those hard line, very divisive, no woke and all that, he has to talk about. You can listen to his voice. He don't really believe in that. He's pushing it for popularity.
He's not as convincing as Donald.
No, he ain't as convincing because he's not as bold. He's young in his career. He can't make those blatant moves like Donald Trump, because Donald Trump has had years.
But he's the only one who's kind of tried.
Yeah, because he's the only one who's really got the endorsement. Because everybody else in the Republican Party is just really old white blowhards who we know are bigoted and racist. Ron DeSantis has got his military career. He's a lot younger. He's got Florida. So and Florida's been the hotbed because of his decisions. A lot of other states made the same decisions that he did, like in Texas. But Texas is not a lovable place.
Yeah, and they're not as loud and as outspoken as Ron has been.
They're loud, but they
don't catch as many out.
Yeah, they're loud, but they're not. But Donald Trump ain't there. Donald Trump is here. Donald Trump hasn't endorsed Texas. He endorsed Florida because that's where he's at. And the biggest thing is and then Texas is loud and wrong. So Texas a lot of times be on that. Oh, we'll secede from the union.
Yeah, people don't see Texas the way they see Florida.
Yeah. But it is what it is.
I think if they both run for the nomination, Trump is gonna 100% get it.
That would be something, bro.
If Trump does not run, but Ronnie does, he gets it for sure.
And I for damn sure wouldn't vote Ron DeSantis is in for all. Well, I say most of all political individuals are literally puppets. Because I tell you, if you got a radical in there, they would shut that person down. Literally, the opposing party would do everything to shut them down, and even the individuals in their own party would undermine them. So you can't get anything done. Too much money, too much leverage.
You can't get anything done even within their own parties.
Yeah, but like you said, Donald Trump ain't going to jail. He ain't going to jail.
No, it's not about how do I put it? It's not about it being Trump. It's about him being the big political figures, or big money figures. Yeah. Even if Trump hadn't, put it this way to illustrate my point. Mm-hmm. If Trump hadn't run for president, nothing at all whatsoever, he just stayed completely out of it, and then this will happen, it still wouldn't go to jail. Yeah. It's not about that.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm gonna say this right off the bat.
It's not about that.
Epstein didn't kill himself, but I will tell you, if Donald Trump was affiliated even with Epstein or what's that dude?
You say he lose power?
What's it? Weinstein?
Oh,
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
If Donald Trump was directly affiliated with those two guys, even right now, I don't think he'd lose traction. I don't think.
Oh yeah, no, I don't.
After he said grab him by the and all that.
He went past a certain limit that you can't.
Like they don't care. And I think that's kind of crazy because Ron DeSantis could not have his affiliations at all.
No, because he's not as big.
Yeah,
like that's what I'm telling you. The movement is Trump. Ron is a face of it, but he's not the movement.
Yeah.
Like the Republican Party, this man became so big. They're not even. To me, they don't feel Republicans anymore. They feel just Trumpers.
Yeah,
100%.
But yeah, Donald Trump is basically Godzilla, and they're trying to see how they can control Godzilla or rein Godzilla in. So they really got to hope he just stays out of it.
The only thing they can do is find him guilty of something that politically will connect
his career
to running for president. That's it.
And
that's it.
Try to end his. I wonder if he would be vice. Nah, I think he already said he would be vice president. He doesn't.
No, hell no. Who the hell wants to be vice president? And that's the biggest case I've seen in the country. And being a vice president.
To see people like Donald Trump. Oh, well, they twisted. Donald Trump's really the president. They just did it to where he's like the vice president. Like everybody would just create.
No.
But no, he ain't going to jail though. He ain't going to jail.
I think Yeah, I mean, I think Ronnie will try to get the nomination for sure.
Unless they tell him to step down.
Yeah, because I feel like, I mean, for sure, I mean, if he doesn't get the presidency, he'll be a senator. But
Jesus.
I don't know. I feel like, honestly, sooner or later, how old is DeSantis?
Maybe he's in the late 40s.
This man is too young. Like, sooner or later, he's going to win something.
Yeah.
Like, okay, say he doesn't run now. He's going to just become the senator. That's what Scott did.
Yeah, Rick Scott, trash.
He's so young. Like, I'm telling you, 10, 15 years from now, DeSantis, if he keeps being as loud, he can be bigger than Cruz and all of them.
Oh, Ted Cruz. He's 44 years old.
That's how young that man is.
No.
So I feel like, does that make sense? It's like, this man has a long time to go. Like, he doesn't have to become president now.
Yeah, he still got about 15 years.
It doesn't have to be the next one or the next one or the next one. This man has time.
Yeah, he does.
Trump is really old and he became president. Biden is really old and he became president.
Yeah, and it's so funny how they clowned
yeah.
Who died? Senator that died from brain cancer.
Oh, I don't remember, but I know it happened.
Yeah, he
a
was
little
POW. Man, I'm sorry. I used to be better at this, man. He ran for president with Sarah Palin. It was
I just feel like, with all due respect to our beautiful country, I don't really give a shit who the president is. I just care about who the governor
John
is.
McCain.
There you go.
They clowned John McCain because they said he was too old. And then what do we do? What do we turn around and do? We put Barack Obama in, was one of the younger ones.
At least Barack looks young.
Yeah, but we turn right back around and put the two oldest heads probably ever.
Are they the two oldest ones?
Are they the oldest?
I know Biden is the oldest one for sure, but Trump is what?
Oldest president ever elected.
73? But like the ranking.
All right. It said William Henry Harrison. I don't know how old he was.
It's gotta be people in this time. Because back then they didn't have the the technology to live.
Oh man, it's hilarious.
I think the number one is Biden for sure. And Trump's gotta be in the top 5. He might not be the second one. But yeah, no, like I was saying, I only care about who our governor is.
Who said President Biden will be turned 80 just recently? Jeez,
look at that.
80.
Do you know how many pills of Cialis he's gotta take just to do anything?
I don't even think about that when I think about president.
I only care about who our governor is.
Biden was the oldest president in U.S. history.
Who's the second?
He second.
No, just put it that. The second oldest president.
Donald Trump.
Second?
Then Ronald Reagan.
That's politics for you.
Then
they don't mean anything.
Harrison was 68.
So
James Buchanan was 65.
I did my part. I voted for Ronnie. Ronnie got in. That's it.
You voted for Ronnie?
Yeah, I thought I told you. That's
yeah,
it. I don't vote for presidents. I don't vote for mayors. I think mayors are silly. They're just administrators. They don't really do much. Jen Castro seems nice though. I feel like she's good.
Yes.
But yeah, that's really what I care about.
Well, yeah. Now we have a hopefully international podcast that when we start talking about locals, they don't care anything about. Yo, it's been a pleasure talking to y'all this evening. Hey, look, like, subscribe, share, and comment on this video.
Thank you for watching all the way to the end.
I don't really care about who you want to vote for. Whether it be
just watch your goddamn podcast. You can vote for the devil if you want. I really don't care.
Don't care. But for your mortal soul, vote for who would do best for you. Got anything else?
Which is yourself.
Which is yourself. Y'all be good.